Hello everyone, my name is Gino and I want to welcome you to my Xsco channel. Today we're going to talk about what is a game design document. We're going to learn where it is used for and why or why should you not use it. So let's begin. Before we start, I want to clarify some things. Some things that I'm going to talk about is my personal opinion, so there can be things that you would agree or disagree with it, and that's totally fine. I want to hear your agree or disagree in the comment section down below. So now that is out of the way, please like this video and subscribe, and let's start for real now. So in today's subject we're going to handle what is a game design document, what are the advantage and disadvantage of it, how to apply, and some key features for beginners. So these are the topics that you will hear today. Well, let's start looking by the definition of a game design document. A game design document, or GDD, is a software design document that serves as a blueprint from which your game is to be built. It helps to define the scope of your game and set the general direction for the project, keeping the entire team on the same page. Or look at it in this way, a game design document is a comprehensive written outline of a video game used to guide its development. It typically includes information such as game story, characters, mechanics, art style, and user interface. The purpose of a game design document is to clearly communicate with the vision and goals of a game to the development team, stakeholders, and other interest parties, so everyone is working towards the same goal in the end. It's an important tool for ensuring consistency and quality in game development. So basically we tell everything we want from the process, what type of game it is, what for an art style we use, how the story is constructed, which tool we are going to use, and even the platform we're going to release in. That is actually a game design document, a comprehensive document that we actually write our ideas on and our progress as well. So the next question now becomes, what are the advantage and disadvantage of a game design document? So let's start on the advantage side. You can track what you are making and the choices you have made. Let's say you're making a big game. It is really hard to track what you actually are doing, especially if you make choices or simple design decisions, or you want to see where you have ended. It's usually a good idea to have a bigger design document so that you can track what you are doing. Not only that, it also helps you to have a clear head in the end. So if you make a big game, it's usually a good idea to make a game design document so that you can keep track of everything without having stress all the time. Nothing is set in stone, you can always change during development. Your game design document evolves always over time, it doesn't stop when you finish it. You will make new decisions, you will make new choices, you will make new input that make the game better, or new mechanics or new dynamics, etc, etc, etc. It continues on, which means that you always update your design document during development, and it's really great to have that because again it keeps your head clear. And the third point is, if you work with teams, for teams this is always the way to go. It will check if everybody is on the same line. The last thing that you want to have during development is that nobody in your team is at the same page as you are, or the other way around. This is why a game design document is very useful to have. So if you have a team, just make this decision because it makes a little bit more easier in the long run. So now we have that, we're going to look to the disadvantages of having or making a game design document. If you're going to make a small game, like for a game jam or just purely out of fun, you don't need one. Let's take an example of Pong. You don't need actually a really long game design document or at all, because most of the game is actually more two planks with a ball in the middle and some score, and every time you get on your opponent's side the ball away, you get a point. That's easy, right? So what I want to say is actually you don't need an extensive game design document to make for a very small game. So the next part is it can be out of date and need constant updates. This is a little bit weird because I just said nothing is set in stone, you can always change during development. Well, this is also the disadvantage of it, because if you work a very long time on your game, you need to update it sometime, which also costs you a lot of time to do that. So this can also be a disadvantage for you. Is it a big disadvantage? Maybe yes, maybe no. It depends how much work you put into it and how much you change that document. But I can understand some people that they don't want to write all the time and actually make. So if you're going to make a game design document, keep in mind that you also, if you have to update it, that you also update it, or else you are in for a long time for writing. So these are the advantages and disadvantages that I found out, especially at myself. But if I miss some, just please put it down below in the comment section what for an extra advantage or disadvantages you think the game design documents have. So now we come to the part to how to apply it. Well, first you need actually having a program that you can write. And next you want to put the coverage of the sections that you want to talk about in that design document. Don't worry, in future videos we're going to dive deeper into it to see how this works. Next, and the most important thing, is don't use a lot of words. Keep it short and sweet and be direct to the point. Don't go talk about why this character needs this color or why this story needs this section. Keep it short, sweet, and in the direction that you want. Second, use images. It's just the same tip as the first one. Keep it short and sweet, but also a one picture tell you more than 1,000 words, so use that. Back in the advantage and disadvantages is update when necessary. Your document is a living thing that goes over time or fix major errors in it. There will be times that you make a wrong decision and you have to change that. Do that. It's not a shame if your document is not right 100%. It's about the progress that you made over a long period of time. And if you work in a team, update together, not alone, together, because then everybody knows what they have to do, what is changed, everything around, so that everybody is on the same page as you are. And the last thing is build your document around your game. Also make use of footnotes and links to pages where you found some interesting stuff in your document. That will also greatly help you progress to apply it in your document itself. So now we come to the final section of this video, actually the key features that you want to use as a beginner. Make a short description of your game. What of type of genre your game is, what for system it uses, or for who it is. Try to explain your game in one sentence. It gives you more focus what the game design is all about and what your game actually is. The next part is about your game loop, what is your core game loop and what other loops are around those core game loop. So you describe that. The next part is how to control your game. What for type of input do you have? Is it mouse, keyboard, gamepad? You write it in that section. Your descriptions of your mechanics, dynamics and aesthetics. It is really long to explain, so I'm going to make a separate video on this topic. You can describe your AI and what tasks they have, if you have one, of course. You can have characters and a short description of them for the prototype, but please keep it short, sweet and right to the point. Don't describe their total background unless the point is there. Graphics, make a mood board. What type of style are you going to use? How does the UI look like? Some things that can be written down as your game gets more developed. The next part is about sounds and music. What for type of sounds are you going to use? What for type of music has the game to offer? This can be right in the start, but you can also wait it until later in development as well. You can describe how the world looks like and what objects are in it. And it is also easy because it is also growing over time, so keep that also in mind. So these are the points that I came across during my own development and learning process, but there can be more than just these points. So look down in the description of all the links that I've posted to every game design document lesson that I've researched for this video. So that's all I have for this video. In our next one, we're going to talk about game loop. This video will be released next month, so I hope you will enjoy that as well as you like this one. So before I end this video, I want to ask you to leave a like or subscribe, or leave a comment about what you actually agree or disagree about this game design document video. This will not only help me, but also other people who find this video, they want to learn some extra, and maybe your tips are also helping them. So that's all for this video. See you next time. Houdoe!